Hey guys, this is the fourth part of the 7-part series where we are going to be making a FNAF fan game. If you need help, join my Discord or ask in the comments. In this video, we're finally going to be making the animatronic movement. So let's start. So first things first, I'm going to be making a placeholder animatronic. So just right click 3D object and let's put in a capsule. I'm going to close quickly these. Okay, let's raise him up here. He's on a stage right now. Let's give him a custom material so we can see the difference. So monster, and let's make it red. Okay, so what we want to do with the monster is for him to have points around the map. So like the stage, main stage over here, in front of the door, and then he enters the office. We also wanted that along the night, his aggression meter raises up, which means that he'll be moving faster. And we also wanted that when he gets to the door, if the door is closed, he returns back to the stage, else he just enters and he jump scares you. So first let's set up the points. So points 0 0 0. So this is a collection of the points. Now let's have create empty point 1 and let's pass the monster, paste component values. Okay, now we are going to go down here. Next one is going to be here, and then he's going to enter. So we have point 2, point 3, and point 4. Now we need to have a destination point script to each of these. Now yep, okay, now these are going to be having information that the monster will be referencing to get where he can go next. So we need a private. We're going to have an array of destination points and it's going to be called points. So if you are in this destination points, all the points that are inside this destination points array are accessible for the animatronic to go to. Next, we are going to be having a serialized field, private bool is door, and another one for is office. Nope. Now, we also need a reference to the door, private game object, no, door, and once we add in the jump scare in the next video, we'll have a reference to the jump scare. So let's have each thing. So from here you can go to the next one, except you'll only be able to stay there. From here you can either go here or back up the stage. Once you're here you can go back here or inside, and this one it's just there. So is door, and we need reference to this door. Okay, and this one is office. We actually only need for the door, we don't need anything inside because we'll be setting it up by default to either go into the office or go into this first state. So the monster, it needs two stuff. A nav mesh agent, except when you search for a nav mesh agent, it's not there because Unity decided to add it to a package. So go to Windows and find Package Manager up here, and then go to Packages, Unity Registry, and search for AI and install it. Okay, once it's installed, let's check on the monster again. If we search for a nav mesh agent, we can find it again. We need these two, the floors, to be nav mesh surfaces. For over here, I need to generate links. So the monster can be up here, then he jumps off the floor. So let us bake. And now, as you can see, he can go down the stage. So let's put in a quick example case of that. So let's open up the monster script. Let's make an animatronic system. There. And now we are just going to be on update. We need to get reference to his serialized field private nav mesh agent NMA, then nma.target.destination, and let's just put in game object target. Okay, it's an equals, boom, like that, dot transform dot position, like that. Now when we hit play after we assign a target, let's put in point 2 for example. Let's in the start nma is equal to get component, the nav mesh agent component, and let's see how this goes. So go back to the scene view, and as you can see, he's following and going to the point. But now if we move it up onto the stage, he's going to go there, and the animatronic is already moving. So now we need to make him go from one point to the next. So make an array of targets, serialized field private get next, no wait, int current target, and let's change from destination points, instead of a array of destination points, an int array. And then if we head back in, we have in the monster script, it needs to load, so let's just move this. It is quite a bit of an annoying bug. Shift timer dot shift and time is not being used. Okay, boom. Okay, we have an error. Just let's remove this for now. Do control shift slash to make it all a comment, and now we have the list of points. So we have 1, 2, 3, and 4. So this one usually goes to number 2, so we have this go to number 2. This needs to go to 0 or 2. This needs to go, the one at the door stays there, and the one at the office also stays there. We also need to make is door and is office to as public stuff because the animatronic needs to get reference of them. So now let's put the target as the current target, and there needs to be targets. If vector tree dot distance, we're going to be doing it the same as we did with the door. Transform dot position to transform dot, yeah, all that. If that is smaller or equal to 0.5f, current target plus equals 1. If current target is bigger or equal to targets.length, then the current target is 1. 0. Else, if it's still far away, that target is its destination. Now, if we are there, we need to check if it's a door. So if current tag is targets dot is door dot get component, and it's a destination point dot is door, what's the problem, is door, then the current target is equal, so we are at the door, so it needs to be the last one. Minus targets.length -1, except this you're always going to go to the door. What if the door is closed? So we need to make if, just copy and paste this, but instead of dot is door dot door, so we also need to make this public. If this door is a door dot is open, we need to make this here. Else current target is equal to 1. But this else has to be for this one if it's if the door, so if it's a door, this needs to be inside. So the if statement for dot is open needs to be inside the statement for the dot is door. So first it checks if it's a door, then it checks if the door is open. If it is, you can go in. Else it goes back to the second point, because the first point would be the stage and you don't want it to always go to the stage. Else, if it's not a door, you let it in. But if the target, so we need to have that else, so else if, so if it's office, then debug.log you died. And in the next episode we will be adding a jump scare in this area. So now it's going to go from 1.1 to the next. If we look at it in game, let's do that. So we can look at him from the stage. He's moving around. Okay, he's coming next to the door. That's okay, he's there. Now he's going to go inside and then we're going to be saying you died. But we don't want that to happen, to go from one place to the next. So we need to add in a cooldown between one try and the next, and the chance for him to move. So we need to add in a private float cooldown timer and cooldown time, just as we did with the camera system. Nope. Float cooldown time. We also need a serious field private int minimum chance to move. I'm just going to change it to min chance to move, and then we need max chance to move. So over here, if cooldown time is smaller or equal to 0, then you can move. And you need to, and the else statement of where we put in the anime.destination, that needs to be always repeating after this cooldown timer if statement. So else cooldown timer minus equals time.delta time. So like this, the cooldown is going to slowly go down. Now at the end, cooldown timer is equal to cooldown time. But now we need to use the random chance. So let's get in a var chance check equals random dot range minimum chance to move to maximum. So I'm going to make it the maximum chance to move is going to be 20. The minimum chance is going to be 1. Now we also need a serious field private int threshold to pass. Let's set it up to be 3. So like this, it's going to choose a random number. And let's say it's 7, the random number. It checks the threshold. 3 is smaller than 7. So you can't move. If it is smaller than 3, however, or is 3, then it does move. So if chance check is smaller or equal to threshold to pass, so if it's 20, then he always moves, and we'll be having the threshold be with the aggression meter. And this also can be used, so if you're doing a 50-20 mode, or not 50-20, like a 5-20 for a custom night, you can make the threshold to pass be the aggression level you give. So if it's smaller or equal, then you can move. Else, nothing happens. Now, we need to see what hour it is and increase the threshold. So let's have a array of ints aggression by hour. We can also have a different method of doing it, which is a min aggression to add and max aggression to add. So let's say the minimum is 2 and the maximum is 5. So this will be a manual aggression meter. This will be a randomized aggression meter. So in the shift timer, let's have an array of animatronic systems. Animatronics. And let's give them a public void change aggression by hour. So in shift timer over here, if minutes is equal to 0, then make a for loop, animatronics dot length, animatronics I dot change aggression by hour. So it will be first called at the start of the game, second time, third time, first hour, second hour, like that. So then threshold to pass is equal to, let's pass in the int hour, hours, and this is going to be aggression by hour min. Yeah, hour. Threshold to pass, aggression by hour, hour. If you want to do it to be randomized, threshold to pass plus equals random dot range between min aggression add to max aggression to add, like that. I am going to be using the randomized version, but maybe if you want to mix both of them, you can, which also would be quite good, since if you want to have certain animatronics activate halfway throughout the night, you might want to use a bit of both. So I'm actually going to be using a bit of both. So I'll have some manual changes, but also a mix of randomization. So I want this to be 3 to add aggression by hour. We need to have 6. So it's going to be starting at 3. Then 4, 4, 4, 5, and then finally it's going to become 6. Now, if let's make a threshold, if threshold to pass is smaller than hour, then it changes. So if it's equal or bigger, you just don't change it. So now let's try it, but we need to add in a cooldown time. Let's say the cooldown is going to be 2 seconds. You can also randomize this. So min chance to move 1 and 20. Let's test out and then make a random cooldown chance. So we have a bunch of randomization going on. So yep, as you can see, he's missing all his checks. Let's see if it, there, he got it. Okay. Let's close this door so we also see if that is working. Come on. Okay. Let's put his threshold to pass as 10 so we can. Okay, there. Now he was sent back. Okay. And now he got in. Okay. And now we also need to change the chance that he kills you even with outside the chance. So let's have this be out here. Now, if we want to add the random cooldown, so having cooldown time, we can have min cooldown time and max cooldown time. So random.range min cooldown time, max cooldown time, var cooldown time equals to that. Okay, so now we have a lot of randomization going on. One thing I forgot to mention is that for the shift timer, we actually need to pass the animatronic. And now let's see if all this is working. So cooldown timer. So main cooldown timer is going to be 1 second. Maximum is going to be 5. Now let's see. I'm also going to be increasing the time multiplier to 10. So the threshold to pass is 3. Now it's 153. Okay. So let's have it. We also need to pass in int hours changed. Hours changed plus equals 1. If hours changed is not equal to hour, you actually can do the stuff. Since we were passing it like 187 times per frame, while there's that small time between the stuff. So monster, we are right now on 3. Now it's 4, 6, 7, 8. Okay, and yeah, 9. Okay, and we won just as we died. Okay, so that is all the animatronic system. Now you can just duplicate the animatronics. So I'm just going to add in 2 more. We'll have, so these are going to be points for animatronic 1. Now let's have points for animatronic 2 and points for animatronic 3. I'm going to spread them out. So that's monster. So monster 1 needs to be over here. Also, just a warning, if you are finding out that the animatronic is not moving, make sure that the animatronic's y-axis, so for animatronic 2, his y-axis is 8.97, make sure the points are on that y-axis, because the distance check also adds in y, so if it's like underground, you might not see it. So for animatronic 2, it's going to start over here, point 2 is going to be over here, point 3 is going to be on the other door, and point 4 is over there. For animatronic 3, it's going to start over here, it's going to be here, then he's going to wait back here, and he goes inside. Now we are going to be, you can just make his points to 0, and animatronic 2 pass in all the targets. Now monster 2, let go of the lock and add a new lock, remove the current points and add in the new points. So now they all have their own different points. So like this one has that one, and that one. So you can also change your aggression by hours. I'm going to make this one be really aggressive. So it's going to be starting at 5, going up to 7, 7, 8, 10, 11, and its aggression. But its aggression adding is either 0 or 1. And you can also go to its nav mesh agent, and maybe this one is going to be quite slow to move though. And I'm going to be keeping this one the same. And now let's see how it looks like in game. So we already have them shuffling around. Yep, we have these two moving around. We have this one that's moving up here. Okay, this one's moving. And as you can see now, it's all working. So in the next episode, we are going to be making the jump scare mechanic. So I'll see you in the next episode. Bye!